Hello friends, my name is RagePanda1 and I am here in the middle of the early wee morning hours. It is 6 o'clock in the morning, almost for me. And you know what? I've been abusing these deep sea delve situations quite a bit. How much have I fished? Tell me. Tell me how much. I had 27k of these points. I'm third on the leaderboard right now, almost second. Not even close to this hunter fella. He must have spent a little bit of cashola on that one, some diamonds he had saved up or some such. I don't even know, man. But also, I've been doing it a very efficient way, a very, very efficient way. So if we go into our arena, you'll see that ya boy is currently number one on that leaderboard by quite a bit. Elatorus. Your name is very suggestive, my friend. Please don't hurt me. You're so much stronger. Please don't abuse me and make me lose. I want to be number one. I want to be the very best. Like anybody probably could. But I put in a lot of time to this. I've done like 200 arena battles in the past 24 hours, and my tokens here will show you that that's true. And that's right, I'm buying books because I need books, and I'm going to drain all of this out buying books because that's really a bottleneck for me right now. And you know what? I'm happy to be getting them from that. I wouldn't spend diamonds on them because you can just wait, and eventually you'll have too many books anyway, and it's not going to be worth your time. So what are we doing here? Mr. Streamer Man, what do you think you're doing turning on your stream at 6 in the morning when everybody's asleep and ain't nobody going to show up? Well, I have an unstoppable need to continue summoning on the Bjornekrigers because I want the companion so I can keep using them forever. Hello, Snagga. How are you? Am I streaming during your time? Is this your time when I should be streaming and it's not an issue for you? I hope it is. I don't know. But we're about to... this is your time. That's rough, man. That's rough. I'm considering streaming at like 9 in the morning my time, which is 3 hours later than now. So I don't know if that still fits in, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. For now, it's time to summon. It's time to hit my 300. And I know that I'm probably not going to get the companion because nobody is that lucky. And I don't have that many of the pieces already. I think I need like 22 of them or something to be able to get it. I'd need to get 5 stars or 5 times in half of my things. But what we're going to do is we're going to get closer so that when the companion whatever thing comes around, I might be able to finish the job. So that's the whole thought process here. Kareem, lovely to see you, my friend. I hope you saw my my message regarding the Discord discussion. I became aware that my tone comes off pretty well on stream, and you can tell that I'm like being a little gregarious, you know? I'm a little impish devil. But when I type it out, it sounds a little bit aggressive, and I'm aware of that. And I don't know if you saw it, but I apologized on the Discord just in case I sounded aggressive towards you, because I did not mean to, and we're all friends here. So I hope you saw that. All right. Now, it's time to get the first summon off. If I see it 5 times here, I'll be real happy. Of course I want good summons to go along with it, and I want some warrior materials to go along with it. Kareem knows. He's a good guy. Oh no. My game sound was coming through my speakers. Can't have that. That is atrocious. Also, my lighting setup is all screwed up, and if I go back here, I'm basking in the righteous fury of these lights, and that's like, I am straight up humping my desk right now. Like, I am courting this companion that is my desk. And so things will have to be done. Hey, we got a 1 times here, and that is something. We need that. We got warrior materials all hanging out the booty cheeks. This is a happy summon. This is a happy summon. And also I wanted to mention, maybe Snagga says get in that disc. You know how we do. I really like female Gulltongue, and I've never really gotten a good chance to use her. I always miss the banner. I already missed it on this server. I had to skip it back when I was making content and she first came out. However, this does give me access to the steadfast trait, And I could, should I want to, set her up so that I can try to get the steadfast trait on my male Bjornekriger. And then very close to getting my mythic Tidestorms, and I could get that whole build going. And I think that could be really cool. I'm just not sure if I want to sacrifice the mythic or not. Realistically, with the Gulltongues, I don't know if I'm ever going to use them unless I get the companion. And then I'll be pumping out units, shooting out them babies, and using steadfast a lot is what I would be doing. So that's on my mind. I don't know for sure if that's what I'm going to do, but I'm certainly thinking about it. Get that desk good, Snagga says. Oh, look, it's another one of her. Isn't that spatial? I love it. At least she's only legendary, right? Although, you know what I should do? And I'm going to do it right now while I'm thinking about it. Holy God! I seriously could probably have a 13-star female Akuna right now. I'm not exaggerating. I think that I actually could. I have like 30 copies or more. And she's already 7-star, maybe 8-star. Not sure which one. Okay, so I got 2 mythic this hoe bag. So let's go to the Renowned Champion and see what... I'm afraid that she's in the yellow district, the entertainment district. And I'm worried about that. That's what I was worried about. I don't know how I remember that. I made that website almost a year ago, and somehow I remembered that she's in the entertainment district, and that is the only time I've looked at that information. So I guess I'm not getting that old, because I still have a brain that somewhat functions. And unfortunately, it's a super low number, so she's not usable for that. I was just kind of trying to find a way that maybe I could put some use to her. Am I dragging this along a little too hard? That reminds me, I gotta look at the Fugrel. Fugrel's in the production district. That could be a good use of her, because she's kind of past her prime at this point. She's past her prime until I get access to some more dudes, and then she could easily be on my second team with the female Bjornekriger, and we'd be having a happy time, because doing the Beyblades has always been a dream of mine on this game, and male Samir kind of always messes that up for us, doesn't he? I think he does. Good for vigor, at least. That's fair. I can't argue with that. Can't argue with it, and I wouldn't ever try. Ooh, this is a low number. I want low numbers, because that might mean I got companion parts. No. Nope. I got hot, wet ass. That's what I got. That's what I have just received for my troubles. But at least I'm male Akuna parts I actually really need too. And I need some more of my male bear. So I'm happy. I'm not mad about it. That's the thing with summoning on Miranda's account that was less exciting, was that she just got it all. She doesn't need any of the stuff. So you have to get something cool to be excited. And that nobody wants that. Oh, here we go. All right. This is fine. I'm happy, I guess. Speaking of Sally Horns, I did get their companion unlocked as well. And I even spent 3, I think, or maybe 2, of my boxes from Dungeon Descent unlocking it. And the reason is because, if you're watching this later, I hope you get this tip. If you keep your Sally Horn companion at common level and you never level it up, then you have a free source of 1-star commons that you can generate, and you shouldn't spend your bouquets on it, but you should generate them passively every time it comes up. And then it's going to be a little bit easier to do your marriages down the road, because you need a bunch of commons and you'll have a bunch of this useless piece of crap that you don't care if you're using it. So I think that that's a good little strat that I'm going to be employing in my playthrough here. Alright, we're halfway done. Haven't got the 5 times yet. I just want 1 5 times and 1 good mythic, and then I'm happy. Then I'm a happy boy. Like mythic male Aeson, for instance. If I get a mythic male Aeson, then I might have to change my plans, because he is exciting. More of her. The thing that sucks is I don't have the other healer. They're not even available on my server at all. Breaking my balls. Y'all's is breaking my balls. Here's the 5 times. Come on, baby. Give it to me. Oh, yeah. Watch it. Oh, I really believed it that time. Oh, you know, I say that type of thing like every single summon, but you know, I'm just like kind of, I don't believe it, I'm just hoping. But that time I actually believed it, and the purple came out, and I thought it was the pink, and I got excited, and now my little tiny heart is broken. You know? Summoning early is less fun, you get the same stuff. Yeah, you do get the same stuff, but also that makes it more efficient. Like, I'm getting way more Akunas and Bjornekriger copies because I'm summoning early. So it makes it harder to get a 15 star without the companion the longer the game is out and the longer your server's been out. Because you end up just getting one of each thing even though you did 100 summons and you're like, okay, how am I supposed to do anything with that? So it's alright. I mean, it's okay for now. I kind of need the mage fodder. I should be more happy about the mage fodder, actually. Because I need to get my male Akuna really pumped up. And it kind of gives me the leeway to pump up the female, who I'm not sure about. Again, only because I don't have the stupid healer that I need. Ooh, this is a new mythic. This is a new mythic. You gotta be fucking shitting me. I don't understand. How can my mythics be this bad? There are good mythics from the early game. There are. But I'm sitting over here with female, gosh darn, cockadoodie Zace, and Hunsdorfs, and a female Travaine set? Why don't I just buy the bundle? Give me the Travaine and Zace bundle. That's great. Oh, you'll throw in a free male Hunsdorf? Awesome. Awesome. I wouldn't wipe my ass with a picture of this character if it was the last piece of paper on Earth. That's how much this character sucks. There's no bad champs, only bad players. We could test that. We could test that theory. I got plenty of bad champs that I could test it out with. Snag is making a toasty, which I believe means a hot sandwich, probably of the grilled cheese variety. You got any, you got any meat between your buns, Snag? Or are you just frying them up with the cheese only? That's not a thing that one man should say to another man, but it's about a sandwich, so you can't be upset even. There's a +1. Wow, I got a smorgasbord of just terrible up here. Male Elzadeth is usable, but the rest of these? Good lord. Good copies still. Let's stay positive. And we did get one companion part. Yeah, my luck has been terrible since I got back. Absolutely terrible. He's got the chicken. The chicken sando. Oh my god, that's a huge number. 2 good mythics? Could it be 2 good mythics? You gotta be fucking kidding me! Oh my god, I am in a rage, dude! At least he's got Noble already. At least he's got Noble, and I can level him up for the districts. Oh my god, dude. Holy Christ. But wait, there's more. Because this guy is not so strong that I only got 1 mythic here. I either have a legendary and some purples, or I have another mythic. So let's see. What? Fucking what? I swear to God! I swear to God! What in the... Alright. Okay, dude. I've played this game for like... seriously, 12 hours or more in the past day so that I could do these summons. Oh my word. Ashen Afterglow, hello. Welcome to the best summoning stream you've ever seen in your life. And Abid, hello. I hope I'm saying that right. Oh, I'm sorry you all had to see this. Hey, we got 2 companion parts. It's saved. It's saved. We're fine. We're fine here. Everything is good now. I am getting plenty of copies of the mail, so that's something. Just delete her from the inventory. Hey, I mean, I got 3 of them now, so that's pretty huge, right? I can't believe that. I know that the pool is kind of small, but I can't believe that. Imagine if I would have gotten a Fulgur mythic, and then I could have had hulking on my team, even if I would have probably had to marry it off onto somebody. I would have gladly done that. But no. No, here we are. I would have put that straight on my male ASN too. Believe it. Okay. Here's nothing. I'm skipping you. Of course. Exactly like I said, it's nothing. At least we got the 300, and at least we're going to get all those bonuses. I think that puts me at, I don't know, 40 something. Snagga, thank you for the gifted membership to try to put a band-aid on my broken heart. Ash and Afterglow, congratulations on becoming a member. Happy to have you. Snagga's a good one. He is. And if you see his little profile picture there, I painted that picture. And I made it into my follower emote. Wow, Snagga! Okay. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Bring it in. Bring it in! We're hugging. Oh, friends hug. Sorry, my face gets cut off over here because my table is there and it's really annoying and I hate it. And so I cut it out with a mask. I don't know how to pronounce what I'm looking at the bottom, but welcome. What breaks your heart is that you can't buy something in the game? Well, why can't... Oh, do you mean for the diamonds and the value packs? Because that makes sense. That makes sense. Snagga, that is your 5th super chat on a live stream. Did you know that? And thank you. Billing unavailable. Really? It's just not working, huh? You know what's funny is I had billing issues on World of Warcraft. I was canceling my subscription today because I just haven't been playing it. And if I'm not going to play it, then I shouldn't be paying for it. Even though I enjoy playing it, I just don't ever have the time. Now that I'm back to being addicted to this game. And here we go. This is the only mythic we cared about, so you know what? They couldn't have even hurt us if they tried. Because we finally got our girl. We finally got her. And I'm going to be able to upgrade right away into having her. And it's going to be beautiful. Wow, she came with actually really good traits just for being a base champion. Look at that. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Now, 42 is my guess. For companion parts, I don't actually know exactly where I'm at. You're 5 away from getting the mythic. I would scrounge for those coins any way you can. And if you didn't see my short on it, although I know you were in the stream before, the arena thing that I've been doing, I have the value packs for getting these little challenge tickets. And actually, these things are a great value, especially for an account like mine that's newer, because these 8 3-star champion tokens, that is almost just me getting a multi-summon. Like, I know that I'm not going to get anything. Like, I'm not going to get a mythic. I'm not going to get companion parts, and I'm well aware of that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to get all of the value of getting the Ascension materials from that, but it's actually better because I can't get any 1 or 2 stars. I'm just straight up getting 8 3-stars that I can use to ascend things, and right now, this isn't a huge value in other times, but right now, since I can abuse these, I can go win 50 matches, then I have 100 times that I get to fish. It's great. And honestly, if you're only getting one per match, which a lot of people have been saying that they have, I still think that this is a great value, and it is the way that I would go about doing it. But if you still can't do that and you don't get any from Arena, buying them this way, well, I don't have the diamonds to buy them this way now, but if you bought them this way, it's still a great value. And while these chests are the way that you're going to cycle through and get a ton of value out of this, and actually like make extra diamonds, I was literally making a profit by doing this. Which, by the way, Goat Games, if you're listening, please continue to do stuff like this. Give us this cycle of fun where we can farm things and gain a benefit from just farming and playing the game. That's what makes these events fun and exciting. Like, yeah, a little bit I was playing extra when I was over it, and I did like 80 arena battles I didn't want to do, and then that led to a bunch of fishing that I didn't necessarily want to do. But I was engaged with the game, and I was like excited for my goals, and I knew that I was working towards them, and that made the event useful and fun. And it made other portions of the game actually engaging, and it didn't require me to spend anything, even though I can spend if I want to continue to get value out of it. So, perfect event. I didn't think I was going to like it at all, but really, honestly, a great event that they did, and I hope that they go this way even more often. Luis, hello. Oh, thank you, thank you. I always appreciate the kind words. Very hard on myself, so it helps. So I have gotten 74 summoning crystals just from doing this event. And I only bought those when I was no longer in the section where I could get recurring diamonds back. All I did was I spent the diamonds that I had made off of this, which was literally like 6,000 diamonds. And then I just bought these again. And I'm going to continue to try to do that. And even though I did this so much and farmed it so hard, I'm not even to level 80 yet. That's maybe one area they could have improved on if they were going to have this. I wish there was a middle ground here at, I don't know, level 45 or something, where it went up from 10 to 25% and then 40. That would have kept me, I wouldn't have even felt bad about doing the last 80 arena matches or whatever. I just would have been happy to be doing them. And if you do go that route with doing the arena, be smart and take the easy fights. I mean, it's not nice to do, but you got to do what you got to do, and you don't want to be wasting your diamonds. Am I right? I think I'm right. So now that we've done the thing, with how much you had, I could probably get 3 or so companions to mythic. What do you mean? With how many diamonds did I put in? The problem is that if I would have put those diamonds into getting intimacy items, then they would have just been gone the first time. So I spent probably 6,000 diamonds to get 74 summons. So I think that's pretty huge. But on top of doing that, I bought 2 packs of the... Well, actually, I bought even more than that. Throughout the whole time. But I mean after it was not paying for itself anymore. So all of these first ones, these all paid for themselves. They didn't cost me diamonds at all. Everything along the side was free. All of the benefits from winning the arenas was free. All of that was just free. It only cost me time. And then, similarly, 2 of these paid for themselves and gave me extra back. And 2 of these. So after I finally ran out of the ability to cycle it, and I wasn't getting any diamonds back, I bought 1 more of this pack, and I bought 1 of this pack. And then I did 80 more arena matches, and then I spent all of that. I'm pretty sure that's how it went for me. How much I spent on the summoning stones? I think summoning stones are totally worth it. Intimacy can wait. Not too worried about it. Summoning stones, when you're on an early account, that can be the real hindrance. I can always do intimacy. But if I actually want to be able to use my bears for a while, which I think are like the best tanks I'll have access to for a considerable amount of time, so I do want to keep using them, then I think that that's better. But I'm assuming now that you're referring to buying intimacy items in here, right? Like getting these guys. These are also a good. Like everything in here is a decent deal. That's the thing. Like maybe you're a Miranda right now, and you're Miranda and you have 1,000 summoning stones and you don't need them. Yeah, you're right. You just skip on this, and then there's so many other great things that are not crazy expensive. Like honestly, if they continue to do events that are like this, where it's like fun and engaging and the rewards are worth it, I will stop complaining about their pay to win aspects. I really will. So keep up the good work, Goat Games. We like it. I think everybody likes it. Everybody that's figured out this system and has spread the word about the system has been very happy to be participating in it. And I think that's great. Maybe you're a person who's doing a vigor farm right now and you have a bunch of champions laying around, but you don't have rings. Boom. This is a great price for rings too. It's awesome. Everything is awesome. I don't know, man. I'm full of positivity on this one. Knocked it out of the park. And honestly, I wouldn't have known about this if it wasn't for the viewers, because I had already written it off as just being another, oh yeah, you go in and you get the thing and you click the button and then nothing happens and it's fine. So from now on, I'm going to be looking in depth at these events and seeing if there's any ways that we can figure out a system like this where it's actually really fun, because I had a lot of fun doing that. And because I was able to do that, now I get to have this mythic lady, and that's going to be just fantastic. I'm a happy boy. And I have a decent amount of copies here, but it ain't going to last me forever. Luckily, I'm in the earlier parts of the game, so like, there are some people on this server who have spent a lot of money, and it's very clear, and their teams are like 20 million power already, and you're like, okay, I'm not going to be able to deal with that for a while. It is what it is. Those people just get to win. They had a big wallet and they spent their stuff. But look at all these copies of your boy. He's going to be massive. He's going to be massive. This guy we got 17 copies of. So, and he's already ascended. Well, I guess I ascended them to the same spot. But yeah, somehow I managed to get a ton of the male in this summoning session right here. I don't know. I got like 7 or 8 of them. So yeah, this was awesome. Absolutely awesome. So, I know it's only been a half hour, but that's really all I had because, like I said, I've been playing the game for 12 hours or something stupid. Just absolutely grinding and making a video. And then there was a time where I had to take a break so I could try to figure these lights out, which I still haven't figured out, by the way. I just have to spend money and buy studio lights, and then that's going to be annoying. But it's fine. It's probably time to upgrade anyway. It is what it is. Before I turn the game off, because I'm not going to go play it more. Oh, my bad. I've ruined the thing by pressing a mouse button. Oh, I've ruined it further. You like my setup? I have the Discord over here, and then I've got my chats over here, and then I've got you guys right there. There we go. Little peek behind the wall. Sorry, I didn't mean to do the thing. I broke the fourth wall on you. It happens. Dude, everybody that I get against is like so coordinated and they're always doing stuff. And it's really annoying. Like, look at this. Look at yellow over here. These people with all of their points playing their hearts out. Not all of them, but some of them. And my team is trying to. And my score is only this low because I keep getting sent back by teams that are enormous. Absolutely enormous teams. Now I need mythical characters fighting outside the... Yeah, true. True. Amir, I did summon. I got so screwed. But luckily it's going to be a short video and you'll be able to watch the VOD very easily if you wanted to. This is all I get to do. I get to stand in the middle. And because even though these people are stronger than me, I am still kicking their butts when they try to attack this spot because my team is good and my traits are done. And my team is about to get even stronger. So they can just deal with that. But I'll just take some of this back real quick. And then I'm going to stay in my home base. It takes one extra move. Like, I don't like doing it how I just did it. I wish that I had another 30 energy so I could have completed the loop and then sat in the middle. But the fact that I had to spend only a few of them and then go back to the middle means that if I keep doing that, the cost of going back to the middle is going to reduce the amount of total turns that I have, and it's not great. But the alternative is to let them sit here and hold the point forever, and that's not good either. So what are you supposed to do? Just 14 dudes, all completely massive, almost exclusively over 1 million, holding the same spot, blocking us from doing our stuff. So, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be doing the job that I'm doing of just holding down the middle and expecting my team to do other stuff. Because my 2 other teams are not good right now. And actually, I might go play the game some more because I need to get my districts in order. Oh, I have so much that I want to do, and that's what's got me excited about playing the game, is that I want to be playing it. I have goals that I want to complete, and like plans that I think that I really want to get done. And so it makes it hard to put it down. And that's how you know it's a good thing. It's a good thing. We're back. We're actually back. And it feels good. Just do it while streaming. I feel like doing all the marriages and stuff for districts would be real boring. Don't you feel that way? Look at this. I got 33 copies of her. And she's already at 7. So she's going to be big. The problem is a bottleneck of gold, which is why I want to get my districts in order first, and then I can just pump a bunch of gold chests, which I already sort of did because everybody was getting stronger and stronger in the arenas, and I wasn't even finding fights that were like for sure a guaranteed win. They were all like equal power, so I'm like, I got to get a little stronger, I guess, and that's what we did. So I pumped up this guy, and I want to put vigor into him, but at the same time, I don't have the companion, and eventually I won't be able to get him all the way up. But maybe I should just plan on the fact that there's a smaller pool of these champions out right now, so I'm getting a smaller number of them, and when I summon on the next clan's stuff, I'm still going to be getting a lot of copies of this guy. So maybe I'll plan on that. Savesu, hello. Thank you for coming in with the clutch butt stuff. I appreciate you. And I really appreciate that everybody shows up to this, even though I just randomly turned it on at 6 a.m. And a bunch of people actually came and said hi. With no warning whatsoever. And you make me feel special and happy. So, do you guys want me to plan for a stream where I actually go through and marry stuff onto somebody? Or is that not just torture and boring? Maybe it would just be educational for some people. For me, I find it to be a little bit boring. And I get why people don't like to do it, because it's not the most fun thing ever. Amir says, one good thing I got from the few summons I did earlier was a female dwarf with the badger. Had nothing mythic for those districts, so that's good. That is good. In fact, I didn't check. Are they tavern districts? I don't know. I feel like that's tavern district. Where did I get? I got the male, right? Did I pass him? Where are you at, buddy? There you are. Production. I don't know if I need him for production, but I might. I might put him in. Let me see what his numbers are like. What are your numbers like, you little dwarf bastard? What are you doing? 6K? Production district for... That'll be my female Tidestorm. Is going to be 66. So that's not the worst. But... What is it, 7,000 for the Doombringer? 7,015? 7,014. Sorry, everybody. I have misinformed you just now, and I would like to redact and repair my statement. It is 7,014. That's a solid -1 there. I will give myself 1 demerit point for that mistake. 1 demerit. So here's what I really wish that I was getting is the Fulgurs. And the reason I wish that when I was summoning and getting all of these things that I was getting Fulgurs is because I don't even plan to go after their districts. Let me look at what my options are for that, since we're figuring stuff out. I could be doing Sally Horns. I think I have one of those. Do I have one of those that's mythic? I might. I don't think Kargs are. See, I don't remember exactly who's all in the taverns. Or what do they call it? The trade district? I don't know why I call them the taverns. That's the entertainment district. I'm pretty sure it's because I think about dwarves and rogues drinking. And that's why I look at them like that. Yeah, Yiv is good. Male's much better than the female. That was 65. His is quite low. But quite low is better than not at all. And I don't have any of these either. Agriculture, that's what I would have guessed. For the Orky boys, I already knew those weren't. I don't know why I clicked on them. Production, of course. There's not that many that are in the trade district that are actually useful. That's the problem. Ooh. Female elves? I could be happy about having one of those. I don't right now. I don't have one. But if I did. Also production. Yeah, I mean, the male Fulgur is just so far and away stronger than the rest of them. And so on my account, I think that getting the Yevnayans leveled up instead of the Fulgurs is still a good idea, because focused is good, and there are people that I do want to use it on, and Bulko doesn't exist right now, and it's not going to for months. So I still think that there's a lot of value to that. But I don't tend to run those teams in the first place. I've always enjoyed doing sustain more and doing CC more. If you've been with me for a long time, then you know that I did not ever like or participate in the Burst Mage meta with the Lion Stones and using big Burst Mage. It never appealed to me because I didn't find it to be that useful. All it did was, if you had more vigor than the other people, you win now. But that's true anyway. But what a sustain and CC team does is it makes it so they don't get to do that, and then you win. If you tried to be the Burst Mage meta against the Burst Mage meta, whoever's higher level is probably going to win. It's like kind of boring and not fun. And that's the meta that I came into on the game, and I said, no, let's make a difference. And I'm happy to see that CC and sustain seems to be winning out, although they did make it so that the champions coming out have supported that. So, yeah, I don't know. Those are like the only... What about these guys? Agriculture as well. And they suck. That's real bad. I already have the Griffins. And he's got big numbers. So I just need to finish my Tidestorm, and then I'm going to crank him out. And then I don't know. Then I'll probably spend everything I have on summoning stones. Because I'm going to have to skip a clan anyway. Unless we get crazy people who are like... And I don't even know if you can buy your way into getting a full companion with like a reasonable price that I would even be willing to spend. Because I know that you can get 150 here, and it's $80. And that's like the best version of being able to do that, unless some of the special things come around. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to plan my spending very well. Sylvester, you started again? Nice. That's what I love to hear. Have you been doing the fishing thing? Unfortunately, your chat... They have this little emote system. I'll do one now. Oh, never mind. I have to sign in to do one now. And then my chat disappeared. All right. Let me pull out my doc. That sounds suggestive. So, Savesu, no matter what server on, you should have the Deep Sea Delve right now. And if you're lucky, you might have one of the arena... What are they called? Challenges? Every time you win an arena on your server, since you have a newer server, it should be this way, you'll get 2 of these. Then you can just fish and fish and fish. And the first thing you want to buy are... I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing this, but Sylvester needs to know. The first thing you want to buy are these middle boxes here. And then you check on your server to make sure you're using the right relic. And you go and use those special drinks. All 10 of them. And you'll probably make back more diamonds than you spent. If he's starting, he won't have the event. Oh, that's sad. If you don't have the deep sea delve, then that's sad because it's a really good event. Very strong. Very cool. I've heard we have the best events. I said when I came in, it's the best event, and it turns out it was the best event. So, do you have it? Ah, he's not going to go look right now. He's not going to go look. He does have the event. Good. Good. It turns out you can actually buy 30 crates and not 10. Well, that's lucky for you. That is not the case for me. I am 0 of 10, completely sold out. Once again, that depends on the servers as well. I don't know why they do that stuff. I kind of know why they do, but it's really annoying. Really, really annoying. Oh, and also, before I pop off of here, I have all of my districts unlocked now. I just got to get them huge. And unfortunately, I have some that are huge and some that are doo-doo. But that's why I'm going to work on it, and I want to go through my champions, and I want to like see where everybody can be good. Like having these guys in my district right now has been pretty decent. But even they're not the best, I don't think. They don't feel like they're as strong as some of the other ones. Let me just make sure of that. Yeah, they're 65, where that's like 1,000 less than what I would be getting otherwise. So like they're fine for now, but not amazing. Then we got these boys for the agriculture. I almost want to like make a second one strong, but I need all the copies I can get, so it ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. In the bottom, they're not that expensive, even at full price. I'm not sure what you mean, Amir. What do you mean? In the bottom. Let me read everything you've said. Just at different rates. Oh, turn off the discount. Can I click that there? Or do I go into the shop and click that? Oh my god! Great, now I have to do, like, even more. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, guys. Well, that's good to know. Solid tip, Amir. Solid tip, my friend. I'm not sad that I bought the summoning stones because I wanted this to be finished. But I'm going to have to wait until a reset because I can't afford to actually continue to compete. And with these value packs, right, on my server, this is for my server, these are really, really strong. And I will be using all of these up now that I know that I can get more of those. I'm going to keep going for it. But if you end up having to do common packs, they're still actually better. And it's sad to say, where are they? This one. You get 10 of these for 600 diamonds, essentially, which turns into 20 meat. And if I bought 20 meat, it would be 1,000 diamonds. So it's still better to do it this way and do the arena. Plus, when you win an arena, you get a little bit of stuff. You want me to grind these live when I actually have the diamonds to do it? I would be down for that. I'm actually considering, I know there's only a couple days left, but they have this tremendous celebration, and I have considered getting this and investing all the diamonds into something like that, and then just grinding. I'd have to play like all day long to get through all of that stuff. And then it would eventually, like, if I actually go through all of that in the deep sea delve, then I will make it to level 80. And then I'll have 10 more. And then it'll be crazy. Amir, the arenas don't work for you anymore? I was watching mine, I wasn't watching every one, but I was checking in and keeping track of my meat numbers. And I was still getting them for all of mine. And I did... Literally, I did 250, 300 arena matches. Something like that. It was a lot. We could do the math on it. we can do that. See, this is the trick that you guys pull, because I was going to come in here and I was going to do 84 summons, and then I was going to be happy or sad, and I was going to leave. And that should take, what, 10 minutes? But you get me talking and you get me ranting, and now here we are, almost an hour later. All right, so this is 10, and that makes it 50. And then I did 3 of these, so 140. And then I did 3 of these. So with that plus the 2 days that I've been doing this for, I did 300 arena matches. So yeah, that was a lot. And if I do decide to buy this, this little thing here, it's kind of nice that I get the roses. I don't know why I had 14 of them. I wasn't paying attention to where they came from. But I kind of feel like I don't even want to use anymore. Like, I'll probably do the 2 to get this, but with these new champions out, I don't really care about the Samirs that much. I don't know why. Savesu loves watching, and I love talking to you. I do love talking to you guys. That's why you get away with it. The only fights you can do are 4 points, which give 1 meat once every 5 to 6 battles. Well, yeah, for me, I also could only get 4 points for the majority of the time I was doing it, but because I'm a new server and it works different, hooray! But yeah, if you're only getting 1 every 5 to 6 battles, it's not worth it anymore, and then you just buy them. And it's fine to buy the meat. That's still a great deal. For any of the things that you're buying there, you just buy the meat and fish and have a great time. This was unfortunate because I had put, I don't know, six hammers into the previous one, which was only level 2. And then I had 11 hammers. And I was like, okay, I've already put 6 into here. This should be an easy win. Well, now I'm 6 of them into this one. So it took another 5 on the previous screen. Now I wasted 6 here, and I only got 6 stones for it. I was very, very sad about that. But it was enough. If that hadn't worked, I wouldn't have my 300 stones. So that's pretty sweet, I guess. Yeah, if you guys want me to do the stream, like a long stream, I'm not going to do it right now. It's the end of my night, and I'm trying to figure out one of 2 things is going to happen. Either I'm going to go upstairs, and I'm going to try to relax and maybe go to sleep, or I'm going to go upstairs, and I'm going to try to drink beer and stay up all day. I'm going to do one or the other, because I need my sleep schedule to be just better. Somehow better. Right now, it's the weekend. I should be hanging out with the family, but I'm sleeping throughout the day, and I feel like I'm missing everything. How many have I summoned so far? I have summoned 301. And we didn't actually look at how many companions I have. We still have to do that. Savesu says sleep is important. Beer is also important. Snaggo with the $2 says you're going to come back and stream. This guy. This guy right here. I appreciate you, Snagga. I really do. Am I allowed to do beer streams? I don't know if I'm allowed to drink on stream. Maybe I'm just not allowed to talk about it while I'm doing it or encourage the act of it. I don't know. I don't think it's completely off limits, but you might, if you think I'm saying some wacky stuff now, you just get me 10 beers deep and see what comes out of this mouth. It's wild. Private Discord stream. Savesu, thank you for the membership, my friend. Thank you, sir. Invite only. I mean, I'm not going to, like, commit a hate crime with my face. It's not that bad. It's not that dire. But I didn't see any responses to the marriage stream idea. Do you think that's actually worth doing on stream? I'm sure there's other Bloodline streamers that are doing it all the time. But it just seems like pulling teeth and boring. And I also have to use my brain a little bit while I'm doing it. And I might stop talking for a while. That might be a benefit to you. I'm not sure. I am not sure. You're not sure why that came up now? You did it last time? Interesting. Well, there you are. I hope it didn't double charge you, because then I would feel bad. I would feel bad and sad. All right. I need 3 of these female Trevanes that are like her. And the reason I want 3 of those is because I want them to be usable in my boss fights because they're really strong, but I don't need 4 because I'm going to be using my main team for one of them. So I need 3 of her, and then I need 3 of him, and I have 3 of these dudes picked out to be made into bigger dudes, but it's actually really annoying getting that many Trevanes past the 3-star point. Tabish, hello, welcome. How are ya? Then, I think we said she's useless. It's just not high enough. Her thingy's not big enough, as they say. Oh, I might be able to pump her. Didn't we say that theirs was kind of low? How low, though? Because I'm not using hunters at all right now, and I could actually afford to pump that doggy. Wow. That was definitely not the way to say that. If I do pump her up for districts, she's actually also pretty good in the boss fights. Not crazy, but decent. Certainly usable. And that's the type of thing that I'm trying to think about. Like, yeah, I want my VOC teams to be okay. And the more that I pump up district units, then the more that I can have a secondary and tertiary team that's actually, I don't know, capable of combat instead of a bunch of bumbling idiots. That would be nice. So maybe I'll pump her up. Pump up the jams. I need to look at my mythics. It's actually super important that they're mythic. Annoyingly. It makes a big difference in those numbers. Alright. Now I gotta go. I hate that I can't just have it stacked and also sort by mythics and have it actually function. Very frustrating. Very 1-star. Very dislike. Oh my god, I have so many Trevanes. What about this guy? I forgot. This was actually my first mythic that I ever got in this game ever. On any account. And I was super excited. I was like, this is a game changer. I'm going to be really strong now. Oh my god, I can't wait. I'm gonna do so awesome. It turns out, I don't know if you know this, that guy sucks. Yeah, he's not good. He's just not good. But he's good enough to actually go in my production district right now. He's even worth marrying the traits onto, honestly. Not too bad. He takes my warrior fodder away from me. But I probably only need to get him to 4 or 5 star before it's fine. So I think that could be worth it. Your first was the other orc dude? Well, the other orc dude's actually good. Male Karguk? Actually surprisingly good. And the reason is because he keeps triggering with this. And if you can keep the team somewhat together, he does a lot of damage to this. It adds up. Especially when the Gulltongues were popular, especially the male Gulltongue. He got super popular and people started putting in the male Karguk. It was funny to watch. Very funny to watch. Alright, so I'm going to pump him up. I'm going to pump up the dog. I'm going to pump up the jams. I'm pretty sure I got a male Doombringer, didn't I? Dost my mind deceive me? Or did I get a male Doombringer? Damn you. Keep my settings, you foul beast. Oh, I gotta pump this guy up too. Because I'm actually happy that I got that. Even though Snagga was there to see it, and that was embarrassing. Because Snagga really likes to make fun of me about the male Lux. Oh, I didn't get a Doombringer. That is sad. Very sad. I got an orange one. And I don't know if that's worth it or not. It's probably okay, but I don't think it's worth it. Because he's the best. He's the best at abdominals, and that's about it. And this is where the unfortunate part comes into. So, my districts right now, I need... What do I need? I need 2 of those plus 3 of those. And I'm going to need 2 of those plus 3 of those. So I only need 5 of each of those. Easy to cover. My production district is going to be a little weak. Like my tavern district already, maybe that's why I always call it the tavern district, because this one is the tavern district. Yeah, you can see I got some decent stuff here. And I suppose this male Elzadeth could use a stiff pumping. Then we're just about covered on that at that point. You said you wanted to watch some of this, of me thinking my way through this, and I told you it was going to be boring, and now here we are. Now here we are. Oh boy. Sylvestu got the purple Bjornkriegers 4-star? Heck yeah. I would leave them at 4-star though. Don't pump them higher than that because you don't want to have to change traits around later. And they'll do you for now. And just in case you get a better version, it would be nice. It would be nice to not have to do that. Yeah, this district sucks right now too. I don't think I'm going to worry about this one at all. I think I'm just going to let it ride. And the reason is because my Griffin companion is already online, so it's just a matter of time. But now I have a plan. I don't know why this guy is still in here. This is what I'm talking about. This is just pure laziness. This is just pure laziness, guys. I could easily have one of these dudes doing 4 to 5K, and I just have to do... I gotta spend, I don't know, 30 minutes messing around with the stupid thing, and I'm too lazy to do it. And I really need to get it right. Tabish, do you mean Sylvestu or me? I have both of them mythic now. Wahahaha. Except I gotta stack it up and look inside. Let's actually just do it. Let's actually just do that, guys. She deserves to be mythic right now. But then I'm going. This is not supposed to be a 5-hour stream. We're doing a little short tort. What do I need? 2 and 3? I can handle 2 and 3. Alright, one of them has to be the mythic. Step number the first. Make sure one of them is the mythic. Yeah, we're going to have both of them strong and mythic. That's our plan. That is our goal. We are not going to get rid of the Doombringer because there's a small chance he might be worth it in a district. But I'm pretty sure I don't care. I hate when they do this. Like, I know which one is which because I've been doing this. But if you didn't already, like, figure it out, how are you going to tell? You're just going to guess. You got to click on them and you're like, oh, this one has breastises. I can see from the jiggling breastises that this one is the female, so this must be the one that I need right now. But I don't want to have to click into there and see if I got breasties or testes to figure out who I'm going to ascend. Are you with me, gang? I bet you're with me on that one. We're doing it live! The identifying features of the breasties and testes. This game will show them to you, too. The doggies look exactly the same. Kind of racist, mate. I don't know, man. I don't know, dog. That's not something somebody usually says in civilized company. We got Magnus here. Magnus used to have a different YouTube name. And Magnus was the first person to ever comment on one of my videos in this channel. Hello, friend. You are the best. And by the way, that first comment happened within an hour or two of me posting the video, and I thought nobody would see it and nobody would care. And when I got one comment relatively fast, I knew that I was going to put in extra effort, and it drove me into trying extra hard immediately. So everybody thank Magnus for being awesome and inspiring me to be better and do better. He's a special guy. Feels like they just flipped the headshot images? Yeah. Well, at least they do that. At least they must be aware of it, so they flip that stuff. But that just shows you that the design could be a little bit different. Could be a little bit different. Alright, here we go. Now, everybody, when you're doing this, when you're doing what I'm doing right now, which is consuming a mythic so that I can upgrade its rarity, the most important thing that you must do, and the thing that I still do, and I just did, is that I read right above here that it's going to upgrade the rarity to mythic. I always read that. I always make sure that that is true before I click the button, because you do not want to wipe your booty cheeks with a mythic, especially when it's one that you were trying to use to upgrade one of your main champions. You don't want to make that mistake. Make sure it says the right thing. Follow your dreams and love one another. That's all. Yes, I do want to consume a mythic. I have made this decision in my head. Whoa, here she goes. She's big and red and she's mythic now. Magnus says I'm the OG. Just starting to get back into watching YouTube Bloodline content? Well, you know what? I've just come back. For those that are fans of Belligerent, he just came back too. The whole crew is getting back together. I don't think Neon Saif ever stopped, although YouTube hasn't recommended me any of the videos in a couple of weeks. So hopefully the content is still coming. But all of the old people are coming back. Their returning player event is really doing wonders. Oh, it's beautiful. Now if I only had this ASIN. And, you know, I do like the ASIN, and I think that the points that I make about why I like him are strong points. I also don't want to have this purple guy being all tiny and purple in my team anymore. And I think I'm just going to pick one and make him stronger and use somebody else for a while. Maybe I should just use her for a while, just for like the 2 seconds that I can put her on a team, but I really can't. I could get her to what, 6-star? It's already too low. It's already too low. It's a pipe dream. What else would actually be good here? Probably Fignus is the smartest choice. I do have her in Mythic. And I could get her skilled up, and she does do an incredible amount of damage. And she also would bring in the theme of the frost fire thing that we got going on with the Akuna. Could be good. Could be good. Yes, it does automatically scale the clan trait, but only the clan trait. And when I click on her, you're going to see that she's already got higher level traits, but that's because I married these on. Obviously, I didn't marry on Cutthroat. I didn't have access to putting anything in that slot. But now I need to figure out what I want to put on her. Do I want to just make it agile to get her ulting a little bit faster? I feel that having just agile isn't quite enough, and I would kind of rather just have fierce at that point. Let's figure it out. Maybe I'll do one marriage. I'm not going to do like a whole champion, because I feel like that's boring as all get out. So what I'm going to do is I press Windows Shift and S, and that's going to pause my screen for me. I don't know if it's doing it to you. And then I bring up this, and I'll show you again. I'm actually going to close Discord in case anybody's saying stuff they shouldn't say. That doesn't generally happen, but just in case. I don't want to leave myself open to that. And then I will go to my VR recording, which is just doing this screen. And you can see that I used my snipping tool to take a quick screenshot of the traits that I need to look at. And now those traits, if I wanted to, I could make this even better for you. Hold on. I'm going to. I've decided. It's happening. We're doing it live. We're doing it live. Alright. Alright, Hexcam. There you go, buddy. You can be down there. Wait, even better. Even better. We're going to flip me and reverse it. There, do I look weird now because I'm flipped? I put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. That's what I do. We all know that. Snagga can see himself, and he has the hype. He's feeling the hype. So now I have the traits where I can see them. I don't need to remember this. Like, it's not hard for me to remember this. But I don't need to. Right? And I'm just going to try to get rid of this little fella right here. But I know that I'm not going to have a perfect champion just laying around. So, I keep hitting the mouse button and then it takes me over to... And by the way, the reason this one is weird is because it's set up for my profile that's got the thin stuff. Dang old mouse buttons. Alright. So I need a male Trevane. And I'm going to sort these by level because I already have a couple of them with Fierce that are probably marked. And I believe that's what we're going for. And I just scroll. Level 16 Fierce can eat a butt. I ain't doing it. Do I whip my hair back and forth? I can let the hair down for the people. It was hot down here. And so I let it be back. And now I look like a wizard. You're a wizard, Harry! Oh, I look too much like Hagrid. Baked it myself, words and all. Or however he talks. Now it's hot again. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Can't do it. It's hot. I don't know why. My heat... Well, actually, I do know why. My furnace for the house is on the other side of the wall. That's the hum that you're hearing right now, unfortunately. It's another thing that I gotta change with my setup is that I'm going to put soundproofing over there. I look like young George R.R. Martin. One moment. One moment. One moment. Okay. Mate. Why would you think that I would want to hear that? I don't care if it's true or false or a joke. Don't say that. I pretty much, like, you know, I pretty much have to be depressed about that. Mate. That is just sad. And I am sad. And I'm going to start working out again. You know, part of the reason is because I look like I'm fat because of how I sit. I'm not that fat. This isn't a big fat guy. Right? I'm a little fat. I could use a nice 20-pound loss. But George R.R. Martin... Mate! Alright. So glad I continued the stream, guys. I'm really happy to be here. Let's get this marriage going. It's something I'll probably never experience in my life because I look like George R.R. Martin of the SS Whale in Tow. Alright, let's find this fierce. Let's find this fierce. And then ignore that ever happened and try to erase it from our mind. Does anybody have one of those Men in Blacks? Can you hook me up? The neuralizer? Can you please neuralize me? Alright. This is what I'm talking about with why this is boring, because I have to sit here and click through this and I gotta try to find the trait. And I just keep seeing the same ones. I got a level 17 fierce here. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make him level 7 or 8. Level 8 is our goal. Now I know level 8 guys have fierce on them that might be usable. Level 16 fierce, not usable. It can suck my booty cheeks as far as the eye can see, because I am enormous and huge, like George R.R. Martin. Sorry. I can do it easier. How do I do it easier? Tell me the easier. Is there a new search feature for traits? Where is that? Show me the one, will you? Star YouTube says read. That makes me not want to read. Am I live this time? Do my something in... I don't know what you want me to do. You want me to do a marriage is what I'm guessing. Well, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. No, going to selected spouts and clicking on traits is not easier. It's not easier at all. I disagree with the entire premise of what you're saying. They're so much easier to see in that window. I can see them just as fast in that window. I do not think, and even if I went here and I selected this screen and clicked on the traits, I do not think that this is better or faster at all. Not at all. Number one, I'm seeing people I don't want to see. That's annoying. Number two, it's supposed to be sorted by mythic, and then the other guy was there. So that's annoying. Yeah, I don't like that. And I don't think it's faster. I don't think that's faster. I like what I like. Unfortunately, a lot of these guys are just new, so I have no idea what they have. What I could do if I was searching for something like noble and confident is I could sort it by leadership, and then that makes it easier. I mean, it's not the worst suggestion. I see where you're coming from. I just don't prefer it. Not me. Not today. And now that I left the screen, I might be looking through the same dudes again and again. I should just do the level 17 one and just be happy about it and not force myself to do this. That's what I think. There's the level 17 guy. We'll get there. Was that 16? How dare you, game? I cannot believe that you've done this to me. In this way. 16 again. Let's go. 16 again. Game. Can you please hook me up? Make a brother happy. 16 again. What are the red tickets besides diamonds on the top bar? They are Lith bucks, and it's a reward for the Weaver program, and it basically, one of them counts as $1, and you can use it to buy the paid packages. I think that I had them before I rejoined the program, but I think that I had them in the first place because I was already part of a program before. If you can buy Lith bucks, then why? Like, what is it like a gift card thing? Okay, are all of these gonna be bad now? I have more mythics than what I went through. Why was that being weird? Doesn't matter, we're using the level 17 one. You can't be too choosy. What else did you have on you, friend? Nothing of value. Unbelievable. Once again, I don't want to use 3 stars here if I can avoid it, so I'm gonna be avoiding it. And then we just got a match to brutal, energetic, and honorable. And we'll chuck this one right in here. Why not? Why not, baby? Isn't that lovely? Exactly what I didn't want. You know what? I would be happy about this, except for they took away the bonus vigor that I would get for that happening, which used to make it a valuable thing, but then people abused the system. And when they abuse the system, it makes it worse. Shame on you, people. Shame on you, abusers. Just kidding, I was one of them. Not much, though. Not much. I abused it long enough to make a video on it, and then I didn't do it anymore because it felt dirty. Which is why I never had hugely high vigor. What are you gonna do? It's to do with their third-party app thing. So they do have a system with their third-party app. So it must not be that shady if they actually are partners. But still, probably not great. For those of you that aren't in the know, I was offered a sponsorship by the third-party app. And they told me that they had a deal with Bloodline, and I did not accept because, I don't know, it just felt shady to me. And I don't like it when it feels shady. I do not like that. Yeah, exploit found, exploit used. I've always been... A lot of people, even in raiding in games, like in Destiny 1, for instance, there were methods where you could push a boss in the raid off of the edge and then you win. It's like, I don't feel like I won. I don't feel like I deserve the loot. I don't want to do it that way. I want to play the game. I want to succeed at something. What is the point of... That's why I don't understand the pay-to-win system. Like, the whole reason I want to be strong is because it's an achievement. It's just like mounts in World of Warcraft. If I buy a mount in World of Warcraft, I don't give a shit. I don't even want to use it. In fact, somebody gifted me one once, and I never ride the thing, because I feel like an idiot riding it, and the reason I feel like an idiot riding it is because there are other mounts that you have to do difficult tasks to acquire, and I would rather use those because then it says, hey, look at me, I did a cool thing. I'm a cool person, and I feel good about riding this because it's a badge of honor. That's what I want. I don't want to cheese my way to victory. I mean, I'm from Wisconsin. I like cheese as much as the next guy, but I prefer it to be my food. You know? Cheese is food, not entertainment. That tracks, right? Now's the problem where I need an energetic, and I probably don't even have a person who has energetic because I've been using so many of them lately. Oh, we're even going to use the 3-star. I don't even care. I just need to match this, and so it's got to be that. It has to be that. Now, the beautiful thing about this marriage, I'm not sure that I want agile. Ideally, like I said in my video, I want agile and focused on the person that I'm marrying onto. But if I get one or the other, I'm going to use that. Like, I'm not going to sit here and waste a bunch of rings and go through putting all of these on again and marrying on another trait and then making my life hard and running my rings out of stock just because I want to try to get one specific trait to be happy about. It's not that vital. It's really not that vital. If you got 2 traits on your character that don't do anything, then it is that vital. But if you're setting yourself up in a situation where you basically can't fail, then you're fine. You're fine. You just plan ahead and make it good. And now we just look for the male Trevane with the vigor token on him, and life is easy. It doesn't even take that long to do these traits. It's just like, I don't wanna, you know? Like, I don't know, man. I don't wanna do that. And they already have, with the vigor system, you gotta spam marry stuff anyway. Why not just let you pick the trait at this point? I feel like we're deep enough into the game where if you could just pick the trait, and then the rest of the marriages you're just doing for vigor, I feel like that would be better. Because they're already selling their bouquets and rings and everything based on that other system. But when the game started, they had to sell rings and bouquets based on the fact that you're kind of got an RNG system and you're not sure what you're going to get. Now it provides no value to them, and it provides no value to us. So that's not great. And I think it's time that we moved on from that. So now I'm going to get fierce or agile, and I'm happy with either. I don't care. I don't care, man. It's fine, dog. And if I do end up putting focused on her eventually, if I happen to get agile here, it's going to go over this energetic, probably because I'll be using healers with her, so I'm not too worried about it, but also because this is level 17 and this one's level 18. So it's like, at that point, it's probably just better. Although, honorable is not... Some people say it's strictly better all the time. They're wrong. They don't know what they're talking about. That's not how it works. Don't listen to that. In fact, if somebody says that, use it as an indication that they have more to learn about the game. Because that is just not true. Simply not true. In the current meta, and all the top teams that are all running sustain, then all of those huge sustain teams need to run honorable. That is true. But on every team ever, not true at all. In fact, it can be very detrimental. And the reason is because if you're not running your sustain comp and you're sitting here with your 23% damage reduction instead of having 40% extra health, number one, that's just less. Even when you account for the fact that they then have to go through the next 7% or 17% of health that they didn't, that the bonus doesn't cover, and they get 20% less damage on that. I did the math on it, and in a perfect scenario where they only hit you with the exact amount of damage to trigger those checkpoints, they're only going to need to do 28% of your total health instead of 40% that you get from energetic. So you have to be actually healing your characters to need to use that, and the heals have to be kind of good because you're not going to hit those checkpoints. That's in a perfect scenario, right? So if you're accounting for it like that, then a healer like the spiders or the male Akuna is not enough. You need something like the male Water and Sun. Maybe female Galabar is enough. She does quite a bit of healing. She's probably on the line with it. But if you have one healer, that's not necessarily enough to say that Honorable is strictly better. Energetic is better in those situations because you're going in those, if you don't have any sustain, right, which is what we're talking about, then you're going to try to burst through the enemy and kill them. But you're not going to burst through them by the ult phase because most everybody's using sustain. So you need to be able to survive as long as possible to get through their ult phase so you can kill them before the second ult phase. If you can do that, you're fine. And Energetic is going to do that better than Honorable is, unless you're running a sustain comp, and then that's great. You should definitely use Honorable, and I suggest that you use Honorable in those situations. But hopefully, that's some good knowledge for people, and hopefully everybody understands that a little better. I think that people in the Bloodline Discord, the official one, I think they see things in a very black and white way, and a lot of them get their information from people like me, and a lot of people like me who have a platform and people who will listen to them are not very careful with what they say, and they just say things in absolutes as if they're definitely right and there could be no other answers and there's no gray area and there's definitely no subtleties that you need to take into account. They just say, this is S tier. Use this champion always. And if you don't listen to me, you're a dumb idiot. And then everybody's like, I don't want to be a dumb idiot. I better listen to that guy because he bought a camera and he has an internet connection. So he must be real smart and wise. And then those people, those intermediary people, they're the ones that go on the Discord and then they say, as if they came up with it and they understand fully what the person is talking about, that this is the best way and it's the only way. And you say you're not using it, you're using something else. And they say, you don't know anything about Bloodline. What are you doing on the forum, you stupid? You should go play some other gacha game. Why don't you play one with all the anime girls since you're such a big dum-dum? I don't like those people. Can you tell? I don't like people like that. It ain't even like that, dog. Everything in this game is a gray area. Things are good with certain things and bad with other things. And that's true of all the champions and all the traits and everything in between. So, yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that attitude. I don't think people should be that way. And I don't think anybody that is in my Discord has been that way, just to be clear. If they were, I'd probably say, why you acted like that, you son of a bitch. Stop being a son of a bitch. But yeah, I think the official Discord has a lot of that going on, and I think a lot of people have seen that, which is why it used to be that people would prefer to be in my Discord. I don't know if that's still true, but it used to be. And I appreciate that about all of you. So now you can see that I had my little thing over here and I knew what I needed to match. I didn't actually need to do this time because I already knew it was on the character, but it's just a demonstration of how I actually do it, since that's what we're doing here. The Card Clan is triple S tier. Everybody knows that dragons are OP. You are correct, sir. Mihu, I read that. I hope I'm saying that right. I don't know. I try really hard. I'd never want to be disrespectful, and if I am, then, I don't know. Hit me with the internet slap. It's fine. But congrats on the 15 stars, and when I first read that, I thought you said that you drank 15 beers. I was like, well, that's kind of a lot. I bet I'm entertaining at this point. Magnus says, I think they just meant some of the facial features. I'd say you might look more like Jack Black. See, Jack Black comes back again. Tell me I'm as talented as these people. They're very talented people. Jack Black used to be very handsome. Hold on, I gotta switch back. Not that one. This one. I gotta switch back to this one. And the reason is because I'm gonna do another Google search. And while I'm doing a Google search, I don't want anything weird to show up. Is it weird to type Jack Black sexy? Probably, right? I won't. I'll type something else. I will type something else. All right. It's here somewhere. That's not going to work. Never Ending Story 3. This is what we're looking for. Come on, show me the picture, would you? Would you do it, please? All right, this will do. This will do just fine. And then he's in the middle of the screen. Look at that guy, huh? He's a thin man. And when that jacket's not on there, he's actually quite muscular. He's a pretty handsome guy. He's got a little bit of a unibrow going on there. But we've all got problems. I would say that I could use maybe a trimming, but it's no unibrow. No unibrow, you know? Main team now is Scarlet, M. Water, M. Corbett, F. Bjorn, and F. Ho. I think that F. Ho might not be quite as good as people think. I know. Controversial take. Let's look at your team, and we'll figure out why. Or maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe I'll come around and I'll say, actually, you're super right, and that's the way to do it. All right. Is this the Scarlet one? She's called Scarlet, right? Am I right with that? I know a lot of people call her that, but she's supposed to be Bloodstorm. Hopefully this is true. All right, let's click on her. Yeah, the first one. That's what I thought. Okay, so she's got her wing thing. And when you enter, she starts with the feathers falling. All enemies touched by the feathers have their attack speed reduced by 40%. And they can also shield the champion, reducing their skill damage taken by 30%. After the champion uses their ultimate skill for the first time, the feathers will go berserk, reducing the enemy's energy gain rate by 30%. Which, of course, is great. Good counter for Male Water and Sun. I like it. The champion flaps their wings and throws thunder feathers to attack all enemies within a fan-shaped area in front of them, dealing damage equal to a number of the champion's strength twice. The champion then spins around in place and throws a large number of feathers to knock back nearby enemies and deals damage equal to the champion's strength. Okay, so that's just damage. And that's fine. It's a decent amount of damage. She has a decent amount of strength. It's not a bad skill. But how is it helping you to beat Male Water and Sun? So, the reason I ask is because you have to ult before this is super useful against Male Water and Sun, and then it can be pretty good. It's still random, but it's pretty good. The active skill isn't helping you do that at all. And that's going to be true with any champion. You're not going to have all three abilities that are the huge help here. Permeates the champion's sword with the power of thunder, dashing through enemies, slashing them for 3 seconds. Each slash deals damage, and the chance of landing a critical attack is increased by 20%. If there's no targeted enemy, 300 energy will be returned when the slash ends. So, Savesu, thanks for coming, buddy. We love you. You're awesome. I'm really happy that you're playing again, and I hope that we see you talking more in the Discord. Hit me with any questions. You are one of the first priorities for me. I want you to know that. I could trim up the beard and make it look like Kratos or something, but then I'd be trying hard. Who does that? Who does that, man? So, yeah, I think that she's okay for counter for Male Water and Sun in that she does the energy gain reduction. But I don't think that it's enough for her to be really earning her spot on the team. She's not bad. She doesn't suck. But your problem is that you're fighting other people with Male Water and Sun. So if you want to win the game against them, you need to be doing that. You need to be fighting him. Because in most of your battles, he's going to be 85% or more of the damage and healing, and you need to be stopping that from happening. So, who did we have next? I'm missing the thing now. Male Water and Sun, obviously, don't have to talk about him. No problem whatsoever. F Bjorn I like. It helps with that. But because you have all of the things that you have, now you have 2 guys left. And not a lot of CC for stopping the Male Water and Sun. So I'm going to have to switch to my other server so I can actually read all of these guys and figure out exactly what each of their abilities do again, because these are all from when I was not playing. And I will not speak of their usefulness and skills without reading them, because I don't remember everything about them. And it would be foolish. And I should just switch back to this one. Alright, show the game capture. Don't be dumb like that. Renowned champion! Alright, we said M. Corbett. There you are. I do like this guy. I know a lot of people use him. I've seen him do incredible things. That is for sure. Each normal attack steals 3.4% of the target's strength and converts it into the caster's own strength for 7 seconds. For each 2 additional strength gained in the battle, the champion's damage dealt is increased by 2%, capped at 40%, and crit rate by 2%, capped at 20%. The boost effects also apply to all allied champions, but with an 80% conversion rate of the same cap, and that's very solid. For the active skill, lands a quick normal attack upon all enemy champions in the battlefield, dealing additional damage equal to 13% of the enemy's current constitution, capped at 1000% of the caster's strength. The caster then moves behind the enemy with the highest strength, stabbing them 3 times, dealing damage equal to 480% of the caster's strength and inflicting silence for 3 seconds. Also restores the caster's constitution by 30% of the damage dealt. Now, I assume that in most fights that you're doing, people are pumping the vigor on their Male Water and Sun and putting everything they can into making him strong, and this probably does a decent job of actually hitting the right guy. But it's still a gamble, and it's not guaranteed, and if people are aware that that's a problem and it's getting them, you could very easily just switch your team up and make this guy not effective at all with that skill in stopping the Male Water and Sun, which is what you must do to win right now. Just like when I stopped playing, you had to stop the female Devala. Right now you have to stop Male Water and Sun. And if you're not doing that, you're not winning. Feather Barrage flies over the current enemy champion target and rains down Raven Feathers. The first barrage of feathers will deal damage to all enemies within range equal to 30% of the caster's strength and inflict silence for 2 seconds. The second barrage deals damage to all enemies within range equal to 400% of the caster's strength and inflicts stun for 1 second. Also increases the caster's attack speed by 40% for 6 seconds. So, I think that a lot of these things are really good, and I can see why people are using it in the high-end teams to try to counter the Male Water and Sun. I think it can be good. I also think it's not necessarily the best, but I still like this guy. So I'm not saying you're wrong for using him, but I do think that there might be other options that actually would be better. And one of those options would be the male Bjornekriger. Because the reason is, when we're looking at this guy and all of his skills, he's got great stops. And he's got 3 of them, since the ult does it twice. The problem is that you're using just random luck to hit those, and that's with every one of them. Because in the video that I showed of the female Lionstone, when Spy Fox lost the battle the first time because the ult didn't hit here, it also didn't hit the back row. So the damage was significantly less, even more so because it was hitting only 2 dudes instead of 3 dudes. And if they can split the team like that, and you're still gambling on whether or not you're actually going to hit that CC on the guy, that's also bad. What you really want is something that is like the female Galabar or the male Bjornekriger, where the range that you're actually doing your crowd control is enormous, and the ability that the Male Water and Sun has to dodge or avoid it is very limited. And if you can be doing that more often, then you're going to be winning more often. And all of these things that I've been talking about a lot, female Lionstone, using male Bjornekriger, female Galabar. The reason that I'm talking about them and the reason that I like these champions is because of consistency. It's because they're going to hit everything on the map. They're going to do what they need to do. And you don't need to worry that much about the team disrupting it, except for the fact that they are going to have stuns and they might have annoying pushes or something like that. So if you can increase your consistency of interrupting the male Water and Sun, especially just after he started his ult, then it's going to be better for you. I'm not sure that this guy does that as well as I would hope. Not that he shouldn't be on the team, but I mean in the context of the fact that you have so many other champions that are not doing the job already. And as much as I love the Bloodcraft legend, I feel like in this team, you might actually be better off just getting rid of her and using the male bear. He's really almost a perfect counter for the male Water and Sun. Because I know you already have the female bear, and the clan trait is great. It's going to stack up to instant 45% damage or heal reduction once he starts doing his ultimate because it ticks so fast. That's great. You're probably not going to get any extra value out of that for having both bears on the team. But if you watch how much he's actually stunning people all the time, it's outrageous. He has so many stuns, and it applies to so many different people, and you can decide which side of the field you want to affect. And when you go to attack somebody, you just look at where's their male Water and Sun. I will stop him from doing his thing. I win the match now. It's the same thing with seeing a female Lionstone on the enemy team. You can take that bear, put him next to the female Lionstone. She will not get her ult off in the right way. She definitely will not. It is guaranteed to stop that from happening. And then you're just going to probably win because you killed their whole strategy. It's dead. Love to hear it. I think that the male Bjorn is very good. I think female Bjorn is also very good. And I really love that you have Mihu. I really love that you have her on the team for the anti-heal. But now let's talk about F-Ho. Let's talk about F-Ho. And I just talked about her in a previous stream. And I know that everybody loves her. And everybody says that she's super effective and super great. I think she's super effective and super great for countering a female Lionstone. I think that's really good. I understand why we're doing this thing that we're doing. That we're trying to silence the person with the highest energy. The problem is, silencing the male Water and Sun gets you absolutely nowhere with this ability. Because while he's casting his ultimate, which is when he needs to be stopped, he's not going to have the highest energy. Or it will be very rare for him to have the highest energy. And this would be the best way for him to stop, or for her to stop male Water and Sun, except for that fact. This is one of those subtle details that I talk about with people not quite thinking it all the way through. And so the entire group of people on the forums and whatever talk about how great she is. And she is really great for stopping female Lionstone, because female Lionstone hopefully will have the highest energy. And if she's not, you don't care because she already didn't do her job. So it doesn't matter if it misses. But if it hits on female Lionstone, that's incredible. You just screwed over their whole team. Awesome. Perfect. But that's not going to happen with male Water and Sun. And male Water and Sun is the problem right now. Female Lionstone is not a problem. Especially if you're running bears on your team. You just freeze her into a block of ice and you're like, oh, you missed all of your stuff now. Good job. Have fun. Have fun having that character on your team. So she's not necessary in that context, even for female Lionstone. But, again, the problem is male Water and Sun that you have to counter. That's how you're going to win. And this is not going to help you do it either. Casting a protection charm on your allies, which lasts for 6 seconds. Whenever they take damage, 70% of it will be taken gradually over the next 6 seconds. Theoretically, meaning that you're going to recover all of your damage that you're taking from the ult. And that's going to be great. The problem with this is that with male Water and Sun, when he starts getting churned up and doing his ultimate, that's when your problem has started. And so having this happen over 70% happen over the next 6 seconds, while it's a minor help in the beginning, it's not really doing much to you to help you stay alive. What would help you a lot more is if you had somebody on your team who, in this time period, was going to do a big area stun that is guaranteed going to stop the guy unless he becomes immune. Another thing you don't have to worry about with the freezing effects. So now, in the current context of everything that we have available, what if we put somebody on our team that does damage, does healing, also has CC? Am I saying that Male Akuna is perfect for that? Yes. Yes, I am. It doesn't mean he's the only guy that can do the job, but in the context of what we have available, making sure that you have CC that's going to hit everybody and actually do a good job, that's pretty good. He's not the very best in this situation because with his ultimate, let's just scroll down here. With his ultimate, they have to be using normal attacks to take the freeze. So I'm not saying he's the only answer and the best answer, right? I'm just saying he's one option. And there's many more options available here that you could have, but what you want is AoE stun or AoE silence or anything that is going to have an increased chance of putting a stop to that ultimate continuing to go. Even another thing that you might be able to do is something like a male Yiv. That's just going to straight up cancel them from doing ultimates. If you wanted to still use your Bloodcraft Legend, you could focus more on doing a full energy control system. It's not going to work in Arena, but in Valley of Conquerors and stuff, it can be pretty effective. I don't think that's worth building a main team over, but I hope you get what I'm saying. Like even Male White Eyes, with his little his totem that does a bunch of different stuns, you're not guaranteed that you're going to hit the right person, but I think that it would be more effective than FHO. And I think having another healer might be more effective as well. Giuseppe says, my team is a CC that rely on grouping the enemies, composed of female Lionstone, male Soul, what is it, Soul? Soul... No. Which one is SC? Not Soul Keepers, right? Unless you meant SK. Silken Crown. That's the one. That's the one. I always just call them Silken. So this word, I know it exists, but I have not committed it to memory because I just call them spiders. Spiders are Silken. But I do like that guy a lot. F Tide Razor, Male Water and Sun, and M Selphos. Sure, I'll read through some of those because it does help to internalize what I'm actually talking about. I never hear anybody using the Crooked Fins, and I don't think I've even read them yet, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Yeah, Male Silken Crown I think is great. I think he's a really high-quality champion that fits into a lot of teams, so I ain't even going to question that for a second. Let's read what she does. Quickly restores 12% of the caster's max constitution within 2 seconds each time an active skill or ultimate skill is cast. Pretty strong. When the caster's constitution is lower than 50%, the recovery effect is increased. That's very strong. Summon a wave of water towards the furthest enemy, dealing damage to all enemies along the path, equal to a number, and launching them airborne. That's a good one. When the wave reaches its destination, it recedes and pulls all enemies along the path. That's also good. Dealing another amount of damage. For every additional enemy hit, the skill's remaining cooldown is reduced by 6 seconds. That seems pretty solid. I like that. I do worry that the male spider is trying to put stuff on the ground and now you might be pulling people out of it, which could be a bit of a negative, but I'm doing a similar thing in my team with both of the bears, so I'm not judging you too much for that one. Summons a massive wave of water from above that sweeps over the entire area, dealing damage to all enemies equal to 650% of the caster's strength, inflicting stun for 5 seconds, and the damage and stun effect will decrease with distance, but not lower than 325% of the caster's strength, inflicting 2 seconds of stun. I think she's great. She's a great counter for Male Water and Sun. She gets a whole bunch of her own healing and sustain put in there. She's not going to do any damage. Nobody's expecting her to, but she's going to be very disruptive to the enemy team. And she's got 2 versions of AoE that are going to interrupt the possible male water and sun alt that's still going. This is a great champion for that job. Solid pick. Solid pick. I don't like the female Lionstone, by the way. She's really... In fact, with the advent of these bears coming out, she's dog water bad. Like, real bad. Because you can just look at her and say, you're right there. You're going to be stunned now. And when you're stunned, you're not gaining any energy. And it's going to be for a long time. And also, you're going to take extra damage. And you might not ever get your ult off in the first place. And if I think people are really making a huge mistake not using either of the bears. Because they both just work so well to counter the meta right now that it's such a mistake not to use them. I know it's expensive to switch over, but real mistake not to use them. Snaga, I do use that team. I do like that team. And male Selphos. All right, let's read about the cell phone. He's higher, isn't he? There you are. I like your water theme, going deep in the water. Normal attacks have an 80% chance to throw an additional Aqua Mine, which attaches to the current target for 5 seconds. As long as it's attached, the target using an active skill will trigger the explosion, draining 200 energy from the target. That's pretty decent. Throws Aqua Mines at 2 random enemies, which explode on impact and deal damage equal to a number. Enemies who are affected in the explosion will have their skill damage reduced by 30%. All allies' attacks against the affected enemy in the explosion have 80% chance to hit. Well, that doesn't... Wait a minute. That doesn't say it's a bonus 80% chance to hit. Is this worded wrong? All allies' attacks against the affected enemies in the explosion have an 80% chance to hit. Doesn't that sound like it's worse? Feel like that's worse. Giuseppe, I made you doubtful that she's good or doubtful that she's bad? Throws a cluster of Aqua Mines at the enemy's locations, which will explode in a half a second after landing. Each explosion deals damage equal to 630% of the caster's strength to all nearby targets and inflicts stun for 1.5 seconds. I feel like he's okay. I mean, it's not bad. All of the things are good. All of these things are good. He's on theme. So, like, I'm not mad at you for using this guy, but I also am not sure that it's the very best. But I am not going to provide a suggestion there because I think that you're doing fine. My suggestion for you is get rid of the Lionstone and put in either of the bears. Either of the bears are fine. In fact, the female might even be extra good here because of the added anti-heal, which I think is really strong. And since you're pulling everything in anyway and grouping them up anyway, you're going to be doing a lot of extra stuff with her that you're going to be happy with. That being said, the male does have all of the extra stuns, and when male water and stun starts ulting and doesn't stop ulting, it's real bad. That is when the end of the game comes for your team. So that's honestly the rest of your team I really like. I like the theme with all of the water. I'm a fan of it. I do worry that you're pulling things out of the Silken Crown, but hopefully they just stay in it the whole time and it's fine. I'm sure you'll know from your own experience whether that's good or bad. Having the extra healing is always good there. But if you are pulling people out of this, and that is causing you trouble, then the Akunas are good. Corbett would be fine for you. There's a lot of people that you could put in that spot that are still doing really well. And I feel like nobody uses the Thunderlords, but I remember thinking they sounded really good. I haven't read them, I don't think, since. I don't think I've read them since. He's a normal attack kind of guy, huh? Well, there's really good stuff to go with that now. The Almet people. And the, is it the male one that, or is it the female one that does extra attack speed? I don't remember. Yeah, the male one. So you could do an attack speed team with those guys and have just a good old time. I'm not saying it's the best. I'm not saying that you specifically should do it. I'm saying you should change your female Lionstone into a bear. That's what you should do. Who else do we have? M. Selphos is big AoE damage and stun. Yeah, he reads like he would do a lot of damage, for sure. I'm just looking for more consistency of stunning the male water and sun. But also, I'm concerned about the wording that they put in with this part. All allies' attacks against the affected enemies in the explosion have an 80% chance to hit. If you're reducing your chance to hit on your team, then don't take him. But hopefully that's just wrong. Hopefully it's saying they have an extra chance to hit, but they just didn't word it right. But what this says right here is it says that you have an 80% chance to hit, which is not a 100% chance. And that's bad. You know? So I don't know, maybe hit chance is more important these days, and you actually miss a lot of attacks more than I think you do. But hopefully it's good. Thunderlords were an option to replace the male and female Ignis, but at the end you chose the Selphos. Yeah, I'm not mad at the Selphos. I mean, it's probably fine. I am worried about the one little sentence there, but it's more than likely it's just they wrote it wrong because they do that all the time. Guy seems really fun. He looks cool. He's a squid boy. He's on the water theme. I'm a fan. Big fan. Might be 80% hit regardless of their dodge. That would be my guess too. Like, when your allies attack, they can have like a minimum of 80%. Like, it can't be reduced further than that. That would make sense to me. And then it's a benefit and then it's great. But the way that it's worded, it's just bad. And we don't like it when it's bad. We don't like it when it's bad. Now, I really wish that I had this female Tide Raiser. I'm a big fan of what I was reading there. Her with the female bear. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. So I kind of like this. I kind of like doing this. Maybe until I get back in tune with doing the account reviews, maybe we could keep doing some of this stuff where I review your setups. And I don't know everything there is to know. You might think that my options and opinions are booty butt cheeks, but I can tell you one thing. When we do stuff like this, I get to come onto this old account and have a good reason and a fun reason to commit some of this stuff to memory and learn these champions that I've missed and I don't currently have access to. And it really, really helps me to figure the game out again. How to use the male hoe? I went over that in another stream, so I'm not going to do that one right now. But I do remember liking him, and I remember thinking that he was better than female hoe, except for if you just need something that counters female lionstone. But it's definitely in one of the streams somewhere. I'm not expecting you to watch them all. I can't be that entertaining of a guy. Someday I'll be as entertaining as Jack Black, and then I'll dress it up and be all singing his songs and stuff. A long ass fucking time ago at a town called Kickapoo. Something like that. Lived a humble family, religious through and through. But yeah, there was a black sheep, and he knew just what to do. Something like that. Is that Jack Blacky enough for you? I do like his songs, though. I am a fan. I am a fan of it. Oh, this is my wrong account. I better collect these diamonds for free. Oh, I could go to work on this deep sea delve if I wanted to. I could go to town. Snagga says get the guitar. I mean, I could do a song, but the thing is that on YouTube, I have to be careful what songs I'm doing. I'll do a mermaid song because I know that one's fine. But that's probably your only option right now. If you want me to do that, I'll do it. I guess he paid $2, so he wants me to do that. So I'll be right back. I gotta go upstairs and come back. I have a guitar. I've done the thing. As requested. I'm like a stripper. Mate. I should probably tune up, just to be sure. Haven't played it in a couple of days. Let me pull out my G strings, which is my tuning app. Actually, I don't have G strings on here. My wife got an iPhone and she hated it. Absolutely hated it. So I took her phone and she took my Samsung. And I hate the iPhone too. Not a fan. I'm gonna mute for the tuning. All right, it sounds crisp and beautiful. Are you ready? Hold on, let me get rid of the distraction for you. Good morning, aromatic preference. It is 7:45 a.m. for me right now. I started at 6 a.m. Your female lionstone is the source of your problems. Someone says that she's OP and someone that you should replace her. Yeah, I think that the problem is that she's OP sometimes, and then everybody says, oh, she's great. If only it would work like that all the time. But then it doesn't, and it doesn't work that well extremely often. And maybe, most importantly, you're not seeing your defense battles. Watch your defense battles, where the enemy can look at your female lionstone and say, I don't want her to work. And then watch them shut her off intentionally and see how good she really is. Because when you're in control and you're starting the battle, well, yeah, you can put her on the other side maybe, and maybe you can dodge some of the stuff and get her to be more effective. But when you're playing these PvP modes where you're trying to hold a node, defense is important. And if you're watching her fail every single time that the enemy is choosing where they want to go, then yeah, she's not good. She's just a waste of space on that defense. And maybe on attacking, she's great. But it's not all about attacking, unless you're in arena, and then it's fine. Which I've always said she's a little bit better in arena. Alright. Let me get a little sappy out of sparkling water. Just a little sap-a-doodle. Alright. How's the volume? Is it good? Everybody happy? I'm waiting for a comment. Waiting for one person to say this is fine. If it's too loud, I'll do something about it. Good. Good. It's good that it's good. When I was a lad in a fishing town, the old man said to me, you can live your life, your jolly life, just sailing on the sea. You can search the world for pretty girls till your eyes are weak and dim. But don't go searching for a mermaid, son, if you don't know how to swim. 'Cause her hair was green as seaweed, her skin was blue and pale, her face, it was a work of art. I love that girl with all my heart, but I only liked the upper part. I did not like the tail. I signed on to a sailing ship, and my very first day at sea, I seen a mermaid in the waves just reaching out for me. Come live with me in the sea, said she, down on the ocean floor, and I'll show you a million wondrous things that you never saw before. So over I leapt and she dragged me down to her seaweed bed. A pillow made of a tortoise shell she placed beneath my head. Fed me shrimp and caviar upon a silver dish. From her head to her waist, she was just my taste, but the rest of her was a fish. And her hair was green as seaweed, her skin was blue and pale, her face it was a work of art. I loved that girl with all my heart, but I only liked the upper part, I did not like the tail. But then one day she swam away, so I sang to the clams and the whales. Oh, how I missed her seaweed hair and the silver shine of her scales. But then her sister, she swam by and set my heart a-whirl, 'cause her upper part was an ugly fish, but her bottom part was a girl. And her hair was green as seaweed, her skin was blue and pale, her legs they were a work of art. I love that girl with all my heart, and I don't give a damn about the upper part, 'cause that's how I get my tail. We did it. We did a song. And I was winded from running up and down the stairs. So my breathing was not the best, but you get what you get, and you don't throw a fit. Giuseppe says I have 570. 570 summoning stones? Are you wondering if you should get the bears? Because you should. You definitely should get the bears. If you're not getting the bears, you're messing up. One of the main important reasons... Let me just get into my sauce here. One of the main important reasons that you want the bears right now. Here we go. We'll go look at this guy. We'll go look at this thing here. Oh, where does it say? Where does it say? Oh, we've got our airborne here. That's pretty good. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm confusing him with the Akuna, but I thought that his effect went through crowd control immunity. Maybe I'm wrong? Or is it only when they're empowered? Maybe it's when they're empowered. Maybe it's not at all. Maybe I'm just thinking of the Akunas. Could be just the Akunas. I don't know. You read a couple of things. You get a little of this, a little of that. There's another song I might be able to get away with. Might be able to. Oh, jeez. I'm pretty sure I played this one before. It's also silly. Or I could just play Irish songs. You guys want to hear a couple more Irish songs? Because the Mermaid song is one of those. You gotta hydrate. It's also cold down here, so I got a little of the male Bjornekriger shiver. I don't have to play anything. It's not my plan to be doing this. Somebody else made me. All right. Maybe we should do a drinking song. What do you think about a drinking song? I've been... That's not right. I've been a wild rover for man... I don't remember the chords. No! I can do it. Believe me. I've been a wild rover for many a year, and I spent all my money on whiskey and beer, and now I'm returning with gold in great store, and I never will play the wild rover no more. And it's no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover, no, never. to an alehouse I used to frequent, and I told the landlady me money was spent. I asked her for credit, she answered me nay. Such custom as yours I could have any day. And it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. Well, I pulled from my pocket 10 sovereigns bright, and the landlady's eyes opened wide with delight. She said, I have whiskeys and wines of the best, and the words that I told you were only in jest. And it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. I'll go back to my parents, confess what I've done, and I'll ask them to pardon their prodigal son. When they've caressed me as oft times before, I never will play the wild rover no more. And it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. And it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. Snagga. Snagga's my biggest singing fan, except for maybe Miranda when I do the mermaid song. Maybe her and her alone. Now I kind of want to do one more, but then I'm going to go. Snagga, do you know any of the songs that I know that I might be able to sing? By the way, look what my cat did to me. Look at this. Look at this horse shizzle right here. She's been really playful lately, and she likes snuggling up. Snuggling up and doing the thing. I don't know what to play. What kind of song? Alright, I can try that. I just gotta remember how it goes. That sounds right to me. We'll go with that for now. As I was going over the far-famed Kerry Mountains, I met with Captain Peril and his money he was counting. At first produced me pistol and then produced me rapier, saying, stand and deliver, for you are the bold deceiver. Mushering dum-a-doo dum-a-die. Whack for the Dario, whack for the Dario, there's whiskey in the jar. I counted out his money and it made a pretty penny. I took it home, I put it in my pocket and I took it home to Jenny. She sighed and she swore that she never would deceive me, but The devil take the women, for they never can be easy. Mushering them a do them a die. Whack for the dairy-o, whack for the dairy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. I went to my chamber, all for to take the slumber. I dreamt of gold and jewels, and for sure it was no wonder. Jenny took me charges and filled them out with water, and sent for Captain Farrell to be ready for my slaughter. Mushering them a do them a die. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. 'Twas early in the morning, before I rose to travel, up came a band of footmen and likewise Captain Farrell. I first produced me pistol, for she'd stolen away me rapier, but I couldn't shoot the water, so a prisoner I was taken. Mushering them a do them a die. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Now some take delight in the carriages a-rollin', and others take delight in the hurling and the bowling. But I take delight in the juice of the barley, in courting pretty fair maids in the morning, bright and early. Mushering them a do them a die. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. If anyone could aid me, it's me brother in the army. We would go rolling through Cork into Killarney. Treat me better than my oldest sportin' Jenny. Am I messing up the words that bad? And it doesn't even matter. Mushering them a do them a die. Let's go. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Mushering them a do them a die. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. It's been a moment since I've played that song, so apologies for slipping the words a little bit. It's bound to happen. It's no problemo, though. Snagga says it's the job of the high priest in the cult. I mean, he's great. I mean, Snagga can do that if he wants to. I don't know if I can say that on stream, but he can do that. Thank you, Aromatic Preference. I could while away the hours, conferring with the flowers, consulting with the rain. Oh, my head I'd be scratching while my thoughts were busy hatching, if I only had a brain. I'd unravel any riddle for any individual in trouble or in pain. With the thoughts I'd be thinking, I could be another Lincoln if I only had a brain. Oh, I could tell you why the ocean's near the shore. I could think of things I never thought before, and then I'd sit and think some more. I would not be just a nothing, my head all full of stuffing, my heart all full of pain. I would dance and be merry, life would be a ding-a-dairy if I only had a brain. That's probably old enough to be public domain by now, right? That's fine. Anybody want a fine rendition of Happy Birthday? I'm just kidding. I don't even know that. I don't even know that song. Oh yeah, brother. Sometimes you get that sparkling water in there and it just brings out the Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh yeah. Does anybody else have that? Or is it just me? Is it just me? I wonder how... I can see that my microphone's maxing a little bit, and maybe it's too loud. Wow, that's the first chord of the... You know, run around? Turn around? The one from JoJo. That's the one I mean. I want to play so many songs, but they're not public domain. Get a little Santeria going. You know, some of that good time feeling stuff. You know what isn't public domain? What's not public domain? Snagga's chin snacks? I know that's what he's gonna say. You can just make up any song and it's just 4 chords and it's fine. Any blues song too, you know, it's just 12-bar blues. And you can just say whatever you want. It's a really long turnaround though. Alright, here we go. Well, I came down the stream to summon on my bears. Then Snagger came on over and said, just sit right there 'cause you're streaming way longer than you like. Oh, I got the worst damn mythics I could have gotten tonight. Well, then I got my guitar 'cause Snagger told me so. I really like that Snagger, but sometimes he's a hoe. Is that fair to say? You'll have to let me know. But I'm having a good time putting on a guitar show. And then you just do a random solo. And then it's back to this. And that's the blues. That's the whole blues. That's every blues song. I don't have a cutaway on my guitar, by the way, so doing solos up here is a nightmare. I swear I'm not that bad at guitar. I could have just done one up here. And then you're back in it, man. You're just living there. Snagga loves to get me to make up songs. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's not that easy, by the way. It's a little bit easy, but... Do I have my own personal tier list of these champions? Yes, and that is that there's no tier list that is good. Every tier list is wrong for everything that there is a tier list for. Anybody who tells you that they can give you, especially if they say the definitive tier list, then you 100% have just found out that they are full of shit. They have no idea what they're talking about. Because with this and everything else, there's always gray areas, and there's times when things are good and times when things are bad, and ways that you can use things are good that make them bad, and ways that you can use things that are bad that make them good. In fact, if you go on to icyveins.com and you go, what's my bis gear on my World of Warcraft character? Even that is wrong, because you have to have every single piece that they said on the list for all of those pieces to definitely be the best. And people still buy that stuff, and they're like, oh, hey, I got this piece. It's definitely better right now. That's not necessarily true, my friend. It depends on how you use it and what you're using it with. So that's my tier list answer. That's my tier list answer. You were spamming the Discord with clips? Well, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I want to play copywritten music so bad right now. If I do a parody and just do different words, does that count? You like to challenge me always. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Yeah, sorry, King. I don't have a better answer than that. There are probably champions that you could definitely just say are bad, like the Huntsdorfs are pretty much always bad. There are some that you can say are always good, or that are really good right now, like Male Water and Sun. Is definitely always good. Not a lot of ways to use him wrong. But there are definitely ways to use him better. And that's the same for a lot of the stuff that's been coming out. And yeah, I don't know. It's more about learning how to do team building and what you need on your team and how to build synergies on those people to make them really good. One of the things that I like to do is use non-meta champions to show the meta that there's ways around you. You don't need to just use this one thing, because a lot of people, especially if you go into the official Bloodline Discord, they're going to say that you got to use this thing and that thing, and that's the only way to play. And then they'll laugh at you or be mean to you if you're not using it, but they're wrong. They're wrong. You should use what works for you first, and you should try to read all of the abilities and try to think of how you can maximize the effectiveness of each thing with what you have in your box. That is the way. That is definitely the way. I do have another song that is a newer song, and it's by a YouTube group, and it probably just wouldn't get caught on the algorithm. Should I try that? It's a really fun song. But then I'm going. 2 a.m. and I can't sleep once again. Keep having this recurring dream that I'm sitting on the boat with a bunch of men. Finally know what it means, but I'm scared you won't understand. You won't understand. Something's not right. Something's not right. No, something's not right with your boy. Something's not right, something's not right. I know my calling, I'm a pirate, and I'm sailing away from the haters. The ocean is calling out to me and my parrot, and we're gonna burn this whole city down. Yo ho motherfucker, I'm a pirate now. Yo ho, motherfucker! I belong at sea, sailing port to port, stealing treasure chests from the enemy's fort, stealing tons of rum with my pirate. I forgot the chords. And they will show me the ropes. We're there. Sing with me, yo ho. But first I need a hook hand. Gonna need a peg leg. Someone put my eye out for my eye patch. finally did it. I moved to the Caribbean. Famously, that's where they're from, but no pirates there, just a bunch of rum. But that's where I met Mark. He's my new friend. He's my island till I die friend. He's a big, strong, beautiful man. Mark flies planes. Planes are cool. And a plane's much faster than a boat. The sky is the limit when you're in a plane. I know my calling. I'm a pilot. And I'm flying away from you posers. Mark says he'll teach me. It looks pretty easy. And I'm gonna shake my butt in the clouds. Wheels up, everybody, I'm a pilot now. Wheels up, everybody! Wait. That's not true. I'm not a pirate or a pilot. I'll never be a fireman or a cop. 'Cause I am a frog with a dream to be human and have a job. Ribbit, motherfucker, I'm a goddamn frog. Ribbit, motherfucker! I'm not a pirate or a pilot. I'll never be a fireman or a cop. 'Cause I am a frog with a dream to be human and have a job. Ribbit, motherfucker, I'm a goddamn frog. Oh, no apologies for that one. No apologies at all. Yeah, King, this was ending officially 2 hours ago is when I said, okay, I'm going now. Literally 2 hours ago is when I said that. But Snaga's been around and he's been wanting to hang out. And he wants to inspire more people to join the cult of the panda, and I appreciate him for that. I do. There's more here than just Bloodline, but it is usually Bloodline. It's usually just Bloodline. We just decided to go off on a tangent and do some singing. Do some singing. Let me catch up on the old chatskis. There's been a couple messages here and there. A little couple of messages here and there. The cult brothel. We have a brothel now. We have a not safe for work meme channel. That's almost the same thing. You like that song? I have a censored version that I play for the kids, and the kids are a big fan. Tammy, hello. How are you? Always good to have you in the chats. The thing that's great about Tammy is that every time that she says something, I feel happy. She's got the kindest of words, and I love it. I love it. So you're saying there's a chance you're staying longer. Well, what I'm going to do, what I would like to do, okay, I can't for sure say that I'm going to do it. What I would like to do is that tomorrow, around a similar time to now, I would like to come in here on my actual server. Let me get back to my actual server. Rage Panda 1 actual, loading up. Yeah, the guitar stuff is just bonus. It's just a bonus. What I want to do is I want to collect some more diamonds because I found out I was told a trick. I didn't find this out, I was told. In the shop, the fishing shop, you can actually get 30 of these boxes because you can change which ones you're doing. So what I want to do is I want to acquire some diamonds, and I'm going to keep pumping arena, and hopefully keep getting meat every single time I win. and then I want to buy all of these boxes. And by the time I buy all of these boxes here, I should be able to get the 40% off ones, and hopefully I'll be able to keep going a little bit to do those. Now, one way that I'm considering doing that is that we have this 14-day login, and I am considering also buying these, which would give me an extra multi if I wanted to. I don't think we ever checked where I was at on my bear companion. 2 hours we didn't check. I have 43. I think my guess was 42. You're annoyed at my short. Not a guaranteed win with me. No, it's not on every server. And maybe I said it too fast, but I can only talk for a minute on those, so it's really hard to get the information across. But if you click this button and you buy these for 50, this is still a good deal. So hopefully you tested the arena ones first. I hope. I think I said that in the short. I hope you didn't waste too much of your money doing the thing. I don't buy it. How did I not see this? Snagga says. Something about the description? Let me check. Let me check my own video right now. I'm going to watch the short on stream. I have permission from the creator. I have permission from me to do this. If you're not me, don't do this. I'm just going to find... I'm not even going to use YouTube. I don't want to give them a chance to have a problem with me. All right. What did I call it? Deep Sea Delve? That's probably the one. Oh, man, I'm going to have to put on the headphones. Otherwise, you guys are going to hear it twice. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants it. Oh, no. Headphones, stop. It goes do-do-do when it starts, but that time it didn't stop. It just held the note. Solid pass.
I'm about to share a trick with you that you are definitely
I gotta wait for my sound to actually be playing for me.
And if you're lucky, it might even get
In fact, I probably have to reopen the thing.
I'm about to share a trick with you that you are definitely
Unless
going
it
to
just
want
didn't
to share
turn
with
on.
your friends. And if you're lucky, it might
Oh, it
even
didn't.
get you over. I'm about to share a trick with
All
you
right.
that you are.
Here we go. We're doing it. Oh, chat. Why are you in the screen? Get out of there. Hey, look, there's two of me. Hey, technically, by the way, we're wearing different shirts here. That one's a lighter purple, and it has a thing on it. This is darker purple. I like purple. Can you tell? Can you tell? I do think that, yeah, newer servers are lucky. She's saying I said it, but now I've gone through all this effort, so I'm doing it anyway.
Definitely going to want to share with your friends.
Can you hear it?
And if you're lucky, it might even get you over 80,000 diamonds. We're going to be sort of scamming the system on the Deep Sea Delve. We need to get as much stamina as possible. The less efficient way is to simply click on this plus sign and buy them for diamonds. That might be more efficient for you, but if you're lucky like I am, you may find yourself in a server where every time you win an arena match, you're going to get 2 pieces of this meat.
You had me worried that I didn't, that I like cut that out.
Arena challenge going on, and this is one of the only times I recommend.
But yeah, I'm luckier, unfortunately, in this one. Sorry. I do think, by the way, that... So, it gets really old doing the arenas. And I'm to the point where I'm almost done doing the arenas, and I just don't want to. And I might just start buying them for diamonds. But I'm not going to do that yet, because it is much more efficient the other way. But it's still a good deal with the diamonds. And if you have diamonds, I wouldn't maybe spend your real hard-earned money, like I'm talking about doing, but I would spend your diamonds doing this and just buying the meat. I think that's very worth it. That is the way. But the reason that I want to do it, number one, I would like to get any mask. That would be nice. Unfortunately, on my server, if you go over to your little lucky doos here, I don't know why I went to this screen. I should go back to this screen. This is much more better. Much more better. If you go to your lucky ones, I think that's what they call them. Rare drinks, that's the one. You can click on this chest and you can see which special things are left. So, I would love to get a city skin. I think that would be really cool. And I don't really care about the glory or guild conquest points or whatever. I don't really care about these. But what's sad is the 78k diamonds is gone. It can't be got anymore on this server. It's game over. But what you can always do is you can always get the 2,000 diamonds. That always works. And so, since I can get up to 20 more chests, and I can buy this thing and get a bunch of extra stuff and extra stones and everything, I don't know. I think it would be a fun stream to do. That's what I think. That's the 2 titles you've won in the tavern instead of game? Dang. Well, I mean, lucky, not lucky, I guess. Cross-server guilds would be cool. Well, there are cross-server guilds, and my server will be able to use them, but it won't be for a couple of months. I think sprites have to be unlocked first. And in order to do that, we're going to have to wait 68 more days. Yeah, the kids are awake. I probably woke them up a little bit. This is when they get up anyway, But, you know, I wasn't being quiet. How long has it been since you guys have been keeping me here? Do I need to... Excuse me? Hello, McFly? If you don't mind. Yeah, cross-server guilds are a little messed up too, and it's like... They have to be within a certain level range, I would assume. If they release sprites and then suddenly I can be with people from server 1, like, how am I going to help? I'm so far behind, it's not even worth it. I would think. That's one man's opinion. How does this go? I don't remember. And I'm not using a pick. That's not right. Close? I know this isn't fun to watch. I can't do it. I don't remember the song. You want to see me get 80? 80 what? 80 what do you mean? My 80 summons? My 80 summons are done. But I've officially gotten my mythic. I'm happy with it. I am not even close to the companion though. Sad times. You've not enjoyed facing the mixed teams in Guild Conquest? Yeah, I agree. Oh, level 80 in the fishing thing? Yeah. So, I don't know. I gotta decide if... I mean, Snag has already donated so much that I probably should just buy the thing in his honor, but I gotta decide if it's worth the $20 for me. Otherwise, I'm not gonna have enough diamonds to start the thing and make it last. But if I do that and I stream that, that's going to take a long time. That is going to take a long, long time. Because how many... I did 300 arena fights. And that was to get the 10. Plus a few of these. So I'm going to have to do all of that again. And it's just going to take hours. I'm not going to do it right now. Because my sleep has been weird and not effective, and I'm tired. Also, my lighting. This thing is driving me nuts. At least I made it so I'm not, like, disappearing out of the screen like in my video today. That took a lot of work, a lot of effort. And I've tried so much, and I just gotta go buy new lights. Which I will. I'll figure it out. I want to make solid content for you guys that you will love and enjoy. And then maybe we'll do a little bit of marriage in the districts. If you guys really actually want me to stream stuff like that, I don't mind. I just don't want people to get bored and not have any fun. Because I want to be entertaining. I want to be the very best. Like no one ever was. I get excited. I want to play another song, but I can't think of anything that I can get away with. That's a fun song. I wonder if I could get away with Jonathan Colton songs. Maybe not. Maybe he's too well known. He's probably too well known. I could just make some up. But I don't know. I'll pass for now. I'll pass for now, and I'm going to go like I said I was going to do almost 2.5 hours ago. 2 hours and 10 minutes ago. Snagga, it's late for you. Alright, what should I make up a song about? Somebody say a topic and I'll try. It's going to be bad. And I'm going to feel bad. But I'm going to do it for Snagga. Not for another hour and a half. Respect. You go to bed at a more normal time than I do. Kevin says, what a mess. I've had it. This is not the way that I would do it. I do think that Phoenix is better than Scarlet, contributing to their conversation. What kind of song, too? Upbeat? Make a song about World of Warcraft? Interesting. I gotta think on it a little bit. We're getting there. Almost there. My friends made me play hardcore in World of Warcraft the other day. And I felt strong enough, and I felt good enough until I hit level 10. Then I went into that fucking cave. I went in with the head and I came out dead. 'Cause the stupid fucking mobs don't ever stop respawning in there. I thought I'd go in and kill some twins and then I'd get out. It was at that moment that I decided, as much as I like hardcore, the shit is whack on World of Warcraft. Tammy Sherwood's had enough. She doesn't like this kind of music, and she's out of here, 'cause I'm saying so many bad words in my rockin' song. And Tammy, I'm sorry that I got inappropriate, but to be fair, that is the kind of style of music that I'm playing right now. But I went off the deep end here with my F-bombs and World of Warcraft talk. That's why I gotta end this song. There you go. That's your song, and I'm sorry. And I apologize, Tammy. But we were also ending the stream anyway, so my apologies. Giuseppe, also sorry. I feel like I've scared everyone off with that, and it's Snagga's fault. But I hope you liked it, Snagga. You deserve it. I also, like I said, I will be trying to stream around this time tomorrow. It depends on what I'm able to do with my sleep schedule and all that situation, so it's not a promise. But I am glad that I was able to come on here in the middle of my morning at 6 o'clock in the morning, and people were interested in coming and hanging out with me. And you made it real fun, and I stayed on way longer than I planned to because of that. So, for now, I want to thank you guys for watching. I have been Rage Panda 1, and I will see you in the next one.